Well, we're going to look once again at the Webelos Den binder. Some changes have been made. Alright, so we looked at these tracking sheets before, and we made some updates to these. So first of all, I said that it looked like Sage Riemann had already achieved and had been awarded the Cast Iron Chef. Apparently that's not so, and we put a note here that says remind Sage about homework for Cast Iron Chef, which is he's supposed to keep a food journal. I think he's just supposed to keep track of what he eats for a week. He's not supposed to, doesn't have to change anything or try to eat healthy. It's not even any of that. Just write down what you eat and then sort of examine that at the end of the week. So that's what needs to be done there for Sage to get Cast Iron Chef. All right, Webelos Walkabout. All right, homework needs to be done by Porter, Sage, and Alex. They need to learn the outdoor code and leave no trace. So they need to pass off reciting those. Now you also recall that I think outdoor code is also required for the scouting adventure, the one that we're currently on, and so that will count for both of them. But they also need to learn the leave no trace, and those are both in a file that are in the zip file that I sent you. Alright, and then the rest of them, those are the only things that Sage and Alex need to pass off to get the Webelos Walkabout. However, Porter missed the walkabout, and so he's got quite a few things there in order to earn that one. Okay, let's see. For the August one, which is Into the Wild, each of them, Porter, not Kenton, he's already gone, Sage, Alex, and Lehigh need to do some sort of homework. So they need to choose from the requirements 1, 2, 3, 9A, or 9B. And so they just need to do one of those. And we've been reminding them for months, and nobody's done it yet. So you may need to re-examine that and how to motivate them to get that done. Alright, Stronger, Faster, Higher. Pretty much everyone's done with that except for exercise plan. So it says exercise plan, homework, continue exercise plan, continue exercise plan. You need to see the final form of that exercise plan sheet. Some of them said that they have completed it, but I tell them, bring it to me and show me. So once again, for these few adventures, there's a lot of awards to be given out if just they will complete one or two last things. Okay, and then we're back to scouting adventure. 3 knots, we did the 1 knot, and Lehigh and Trevor and Porter did the 1 knot, the square knot. Let's see. Knife safety rules, they went over that at the 11-year-old scout meeting. So again, Lehigh, Porter, and Trevor. They need to fuse and whip rope, so you'll have to. I will give you the paracord, which you can use. You can use that for both fusing and whipping. It's a little bit small, but it works. And then you have all the rest. Now, there's a couple things in here like leadership juggle game and blind square game. Those are like optional things. That's not the. Those are just things we had planned for week 2, which didn't quite happen because of schedule mix-ups. But the patrol leader vote and then using the patrol method for a month, or at least a few weeks, that's something that still needs to happen. And they also need to create poster homework. It's in the requirements, so you'll see that. Okay, so gotten past that. Now, we also inserted this other sheet here, which is a larger it's a summary sheet that you can use for each individual scout. And you can take this sheet and you can, and you put the scout's name at the top, and you can show what that scout has done and what they need to do. And you can make a copy of this and give it to the parents and say, hey, your scout needs to do these particular items. So that's what this sheet is good for. We put this one in here just because this item right here, the scouts attended the flag retirement ceremony on September 24th. And that was Garrett, Trevor, Porter, and Lehigh. Now that doesn't really count for anything currently, but when you get to the Building a Better World, which is we have scheduled for March, which is basically the citizen badge, that's one of the things they're supposed to do. So those 4 scouts have already fulfilled that, and so you can go ahead and check that off ahead of time for them. So that's something that's that should be useful for you. Alright, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Again, you should contact, ask Heidi and possibly Sister Klein about the SAT camps, because I haven't heard anything about SAT camps in a while. Because usually they have SAT camps every couple months or so, and they will cover a lot of these things that we're working on, but I just don't know which ones they're planning on covering, if they are going to continue with the SAT camps. And that can be a great help to you, as long as you don't do all the stuff that they're going to do ahead of time and cover it all. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. No, that's all I can think of right now. So hopefully this will be the last video, and you can get started on this. It's quite complicated, but as you get each part down, it'll become more and more simple as you get through it.